Just simply know you're here, not as your name or body or anything like that. Just pure being, I. Normally, we're attending to an object. That's our normal state of consciousness, which is fine. It's necessary. But we're normally attending to thoughts or our work or watching our movie or looking at the news or being with our partner. It's usually some object our attention is going to. Because most of us don't live in a cave where we're trying to be awareness all the time or something like that. And that's perfectly fine. But for this moment, that's a very subject object relationship. I am attending to whatever that object may be. But now I just say pure subject, I, knowing I. We notice when, and again, everything is fine. I don't have any problem with the appearance of mind and thoughts and whatever. This is all fine. But we notice it's a very simple when we're attending to anything in particular. Naturally, it's an exclusive focus, and in that focus, everything else is excluded for the most part. But in this blown wide open knowing, which is subject I, as well, everything is included simultaneously and equally as well. Nothing is excluded, and everything of this moment is appearing here. But at the root of all of it is I. So if you're new to my work, the very, very beginning of the work that I do is this very simple recognition. This is where it all begins. And then much more unfolds from here. But this I is eternal. This, and even any words that, as it says, the Tao that can be spoken is not the true Tao. So any words I use are only just a brief pointer. This pure being or this knowing or this I is constant. It's always been here your whole life. But mostly we're attending to something else. And our main focus of concern is ourself, this self, I, ego, this very limited contraction of I. There's I contracting as the so-called small I. So there's only I, eternal, unmoving, all-inclusive, sounds, sights, smells, thoughts, sensations, all-inclusive, this I contracting as the so-called small I self. And that's how we live most of our life, in that contraction, which is why we're seeking to transcend something, which, yeah, anyway, because it's very painful mostly. But for this moment, and I always say, I make it easy because most of us are taught we have to grab onto this awareness and hold on to it forever. But I make it much more simple. For this moment, there's only this moment. For a moment, be nothing. We come to know many things in this knowing. For example, what is actually, what is life? What is actually life? What is living? What is true? This, this is actual. Something called past and something called future are not actual, are they? Those obviously are just thoughts coming and going, thoughts of past with all of its traumas and regrets and remorses and guilts, and thoughts of future with all of its fears and anxieties and apprehensions and hopes and desires. These are just thoughts coming and going within now. This, who is, which is who I am. I am this. And many more things are revealed this moment. I mean, and my more extended work on intensives, of course, gets into much more, uh, many more things that need to be dismantled. But one thing we can notice about this moment, if without the thought of creator, the doer, without the thought, how did this moment come to be? Where did it come from? And who created it? Did I create it? Who is this I? We can see this moment now simply is, period. It simply is. That's all. Is that enough? Do we need to know where we came from and why we're here and where we're going and when we're going to get enlightened and who am I and this and that? Is it enough to just be with no words, no definitions, no descriptions, no understanding, even not even any understanding? I don't understand anything. I don't understand this moment. I don't feel any need to understand this moment. To be, do I need to hold on to all of the so-called past information about this character named Salvador? His hope is great Salvador and terrible Salvador and regrets and beautiful whatever accomplishments, failures, whatever. Do I need to hold on to any of that as a description of me? Who I am, who we all are, is this eternal. Other than the idea that I'm going to get enlightened in next year or in a couple of more lifetimes or after another thousands of hours of meditation, other than that idea, that's just an idea here and now. What enlightenment? Huh? It's just an idea, but I am. That's not an idea. This is verifiable. I can't deny. I can't deny I am. So is it enough to be nothing? To not know where I came from, where I'm going, the meaning of life, the understanding, the great philosophies and all of the Vedantas and the Advaitas and all. Ay, is it enough to know nothing and just to be this moment now, nothing? The truth is for me, and the truth is also for you, I have no history. Freedom has no history. Freedom is, I am. Can we just be? And of course, all kinds of things will come and go. Experiences are completely transient, never ending. Sights, sounds, visions, sensations, thoughts, emotions, never ending display. That's completely fine. We're not trying to change, or my view, not trying to change anything. Stop the mind, stop the emotions, transcend something. All of these ideas, everything is is uncreated. So whatever appears, appears. What we do is what the Bible says: know what's true, and truth will set you free. Know what's true, that I am eternal now, always, always have been. Just didn't notice, maybe. Know that, be that. And then thoughts come, you go into thoughts for 5 minutes or an hour. Okay. What's the big deal? Well, according to the spiritual teachings, it's a big deal, because you have to kill that mind. Okay. How's that gone so far? I don't think it went well for anyone. To me, killing the mind isn't killing the mind. It's killing the belief that you have to kill the mind. You just, what comes, comes, what goes, goes. And I know that I am. So for a moment, I say for a moment through the course of your day and right now, for a moment now, be nothing, just simply be. Now you're meditating, baby. Hand is moving, the words are coming out of the mouth, sounds are coming and going, thoughts are passing by. I know that I am. Now you're meditating, baby. This is what I call meditation. I used to meditate 10 hours a day for years, but now I know meditation. It's my nature. It's your nature. So this is where the work of the message that I share begins here. And from here, everything is revealed. But on an open meeting, this is what we start with this beginning.